inside it comes to Gibbs. Got a couple of runners. Tui is one of those. Ignores him, thinks about things, and then turns it over into the hands of De Goey.
That's De Goey's view. He's quickly away, and they use Grundy cleverly with Smith. Back to side bottom, who started it all off, and now the big man can give it to Treloar. It was a good handball. It released him. Pops over the top for Solo. Needs to wait for it to sit. Puts it on the deck and puts the first score on the board. Simpson just inside the square to Gibbs, just outside the 50. Casbolt had his name all over it from the moment it left the boot of Bryce Gibbs. Tuvey got it across over the top from Crisp. They move it quickly to Moore. Moore can give it back to Tuvey. No, he can't. Broomhead's handball sold him into trouble. Holding the ball.
And we haven't seen him take any of those speckies really in Collingwood colours yet either.
No, that's the point, isn't it? Tui Jones, speaking of speckies, gets up high.
Over the top it goes. Howe had to wait a while. Thomas was the tackler. Back inside Greenwood to Treloar. Back it comes to Howe. Now Smith back to Greenwood. Kick and a half from home. Dangerous spot. Grundy, the tall timber, ran into by Gibbs. Side bottom. Normally finishes it off. This time he'll give it off. A chance into an open goal. They've got another one. And this time it's Broomhead.
So Pendlebury, they kicked the last high ball. Moore had his hands on the footy. Broomhead, who kicked that last goal, and Moore, terrific recovery. Blair paddled it out for De Goey. Wanted to have a shot. Jesse White gets the shot instead. 2 in a row for the Magpies, and it's back to a 3-point ball game. Start of the second term. Curnow read it well from Grundy. He hooks it back inside 50. Long ball. Walker in front. Armfield at the back. Well done by Smith. He got a fist in there, and if he finds the line, it'll be perfect. He didn't. Armfield back to Thomas. So that is terrific. Outside 50. Wobbles one towards the hot spot. That was too easy. Murphy just waiting. The goal. Sumner off the deck, and now Lamb, if it sits for him, it sit perfectly for him. Right, their leading goal scorer this season can draw it over the top. Adelaide Crow to Adelaide Crow. Kerridge with the goal.
Side bottom, quick kick on the left. Well, left behind by Plowman. Might get a second opportunity. Does. Little give to Jamison, intercepted by White. Doherty amongst all of that. There goes Darcy Moore. Blair ducks and weaves, comes back inside. Clever from Blair. He's a good kick of the football. He's got one for the Pies.
Brendan Bolton.
Ed, let him run.
Very efficient as a coach. His organisational skills, one of his great strengths, and we're seeing it from the Blues in defence. Everett runs onto it and kicks the goal. Fantastic out of the ruck. 2 goals a couple of weeks ago against the Western Bulldogs. 1 last week against Essendon. Won't be a goal this time, but Levi. His marking has been so good today. It deserves a goal, and Levi Casbolt delivers. That's 2, and the Blues out to an 11-point lead at half-time.
Now threading it through Tuvey, bouncing ball for De Goey. Wasn't delivered as he would have liked, gave it up in the end. Cripps. Blues are away through the middle. Jones and Cripps again. A bounce to 55, to 50 after a second bounce. Back inside, threads it through. Murphy on the left boot. Well done, the skipper. Everett, 15 out. There you go, Cripps, Kerridge right. A couple of former Crows combined, not for the first time today. This is Everett, just on 50, a little bit of a fumble. Howe waits, back inside, bouncing ball, taken by Armfield. How does it sit? Okay, gives it off. Gibbs! He gets another. Cox beaten to it by Kerridge in the end as he battled Cruiser. Now to space. Casbolt, big collision this time with Reid. Reid goes down holding his head.
She's groggy, isn't he?
Crab walking across the MCG, not able to put one foot in front of the other.
It's like head on head, wasn't it?
Oh.
A bit of shoulder in there too.
Came off the back of a 6-day break. Things aren't looking good for Collingwood.
Trouble keeps knocking on the door. Gibbs has 3.
Collingwood with 12 players less than 50 games today. Carlton just the 6 players with less than 50. Despite all of that, the Magpies started favourites today, but it is unravelling for this young injury-hit Magpies team. Tuvey, Moore! Great mark. Now for the model finish. bangs it through. It's back to 4 goals.
Two big clubs, two fierce rivals, 30 minutes of footy, 4 points up for grabs. The Blues by 19. There's that youngster again, Cripps. Did well, knocked it in the ploughman direction, and then he's got problems. Curno's got 3 or 4 pies attacking him.
The ball, illegal disposal. Advantage, Collingwood.
Heard the umpire, Greenwood's taken full advantage.
And Rowe got there with a hand, down to Ploughman. No, he ignored Ploughman. Clever, Kerridge. Now right, outside 50, pops it up, and he can really savour this one. Daisy Thomas against his old side with a chance to make it a 20-point lead. And now 50. And Daisy against his old side. The Blues lead by 20 points.
Gibbs. Short. Heard the umpire. Next play important. Here we go. Another mark, another opportunity for Casbolt. Both sit 2 and 4. Casbolt has got the Blues out to a 3-goal lead.
So in many ways, a history-making afternoon for the Blues. They're going to beat the old enemy Collingwood for the first time since round 15, 2012, and they get 3 in a row for the first time since 2013 in the process. Carlton by 15 points over Collingwood.
The 10 Sundays right here on AFL.com.au.